Their second album, and I can remember the way the album looks, but I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. I'll probably have to Google that. What the heck is the name of that thing? It's the one with like lick something on it. Oh God, that's gonna drive me nuts.
A lot of people will say blood, sugar, sex, and magic is their best album.
Yeah, that's it. Blood, sugar, sex.
But it's not.
Jeez. No, I like Dark Necessities, but yeah, that was the one he was arguing. Gosh, I don't know. I couldn't think of that. All I could think about is trying not to. And what do you think about the Ole Miss Tennessee and people throwing golf balls at Lane Kiffin?
Okay.
Lane Kiffin.
Here's what I missed, and I guess somehow because I was not paying attention because I was so aggravated over the debacle that happened in Baton Rouge after being, slapped in the face Thursday night with South Alabama beating the brakes off Georgia Southern. So I was not happy with the weekend. And so once I realized Mississippi was going to win the football game and I'd taken Tennessee on the money line, I turned it off. So I didn't see the debacle that ended up with Greg Sankey saying there's going to be penalties, with the chancellor of Tennessee actually saying that they may play the Tennessee-Georgia game fanless, or they may just let the Georgia contingent that bought tickets, the 5,000 or 8,000 Georgia fans that bought tickets, just let them in the game and not Tennessee fans in the game. And I guess according to what I read this morning, it all started over the spot of a football. I'll be honest with you, Galen. I missed the whole thing, so I just read a quick article this morning about it.
Yeah, the sad thing is I'm a big believer that as a fan, you can cheer and you can say darn near anything you want, right? You can make fun of a guy, you can make fun of officials, but you can't throw things like, batteries wrapped up in a snowball or golf balls. How the heck do you bring a golf ball to a game anyway? You're like, oh, I just got off the course and I left this ball in my.
No, that was planned. They were just waiting for the moment where they could justify doing it.
I just don't understand it. In Tennessee, and I've been to a UF Tennessee game, always classy. I always felt like they respected me as a fan, right? And that's no longer respect. Now you're just a thug. I was shocked by that. And again, it's one or two people, right? It's not the whole crowd.
I don't know. That looked like it might be the whole crowd. There was as much stuff as I saw on the field.
It was a big section. But once one person does it, then it makes it easier for everybody else to do it. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Tennessee does something like that. And to be honest with you, I think the Tennessee faithful don't really want to be there anyway, and it'll give them an excuse not to go.
Well,
but Florida fans aren't far behind now after that loss to LSU. What's the next win you have? You're not going to beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Can you beat Florida State? Because Florida State's rolling.
I think it's a coin flip. I think it's a coin flip.
Again, and then Mullen, it's one thing to lose the game, but he also lost the press conference.
Oh, he was terrible in the press conference. Terrible.
And you know how important those press conferences are. I really don't believe the average fan understands how important the press conference is. I've seen more than one coach lose not only their locker room, but the fan base, but also the ownership / their boss from a press conference. And I think he lost 2 of the 3 by what he said at the press conference. I don't think he lost the locker room, but I definitely think he lost the fan base and he lost his athletic director.
Well, was there any way he wasn't going to lose the fan base in that interview without saying Todd Grantham's fired? Yeah,
I think he could have said, look, we've got to execute better. He said, we've got to execute on both sides of the ball better. You cannot take the bait from the press and lay this loss all at the feet of the defense. How about throwing fewer interceptions? How about not turning the ball over? There's a lot of other things.
How about as an offensive-minded coach, you settle on one quarterback so you don't have two kids that don't know what's going on because they don't know whether they're going to be in there the next down or not.
That's correct, but instead he said, "Well, this isn't my fault." This is basically what he said.
He's the head coach. It's all his fault.
My offense played pretty well tonight, and then I think he even said they played well enough to win. Well, no, you didn't. You didn't play well enough to win, or guess what? You would have won. And I think he's done. I think Dan Mullen is done. I think he's going to lose to Georgia. And if he loses to FSU, there's no doubt he's done.
Okay, but my question is, and I heard that from a couple people this weekend, and then I heard the other side of the argument. So if he's done after 4 years, done because he can't get back to where Florida thinks they should be every year, which is play for national championships. If he can't do that this year, where the hell does Florida go? Florida has now become a place where if you don't win in 2 to 3 years, we fire you and look for the next best guy, and there is no next best guy.
Well, 4 years.
4 years, right.
Tom, and the program's no better than when he got it.
Oh, the program's a hell of a lot better than when he got it from Jim McElwain. A hell of a lot better.
How?
Because the players still care for the coach.
Same record.
No, Dan Mullen's got a better winning record than McElwain.
For this season?
Not for this season.
Oh, sir.
McElwain's last season he had a losing record. He only won 3 games.
Well, I guess then Mullen will be 5-5, right? If he loses out, he'll be 5-5.
Well, no, they played 12 games.
That's right. Well, I thought
They can't be 5-5. They played 12 games.
And I'm trying to think. They lost to Alabama, Kentucky. They'll lose to Georgia. They'll lose to Florida State. I don't have the record in front of me.
They lost to LSU.
So it'll be 7-4.
They lost to LSU.
6. It'll be 7-5.
Yeah, they play. They play Georgia this week. Well, not this week. They have a bye. Then they
have a bye, and then their next game is Georgia. Yep.
Then they play South Carolina.
That'll be tough.
They play Stanford. They can beat Stanford. Then they play Missouri. They can beat Missouri. And then they play Florida State, which is a pick'em game. So they're 4-4 now. They'll be 4-5 after Georgia. 5-5, 6-5, 7-5. They can go 8-5 this year, which is a hell of a lot better than what McElwain did in his last year with only 3 wins.
That's fair enough. I don't think the team's in very good shape.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's not in good shape. I think Florida's in a shambles right now. I think that.
But that's a Florida State. But that's not
here's the thing, and here's Dan Mullen's problem. It's one word: loyalty. But not to the kids, to the adults. He's loyal to a fault to his coaching staff, and that's going to cost him because Todd Grantham's not good. He's just not. An LSU team that couldn't figure out a way to score, that, by the way, announced over the weekend, even with the win against Florida, that they've negotiated an out for Ed Ogeron that he's done at the end of the season. This is an LSU team that was going to score.
And let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about that exact thing. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back on a Monday. This is Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport here in the Brick City Beautiful, although at a brisk, chilly Brick City Beautiful, Ocala, Florida. Breaking news before we get back to Galen Unoff from Life South. Breaking news, my good friends Jack and Maria, they have announced that at 3:39 a.m. this morning, Vincent John Sharp was born, 7 pounds, 14 ounces. All are healthy and happy. To my good friends Jack and Maria, you're about to embark on a life that no other people will know, because child rearing is something special, and congratulations to both of you, and good luck on the life of you and your son, John Vincent Sharp, born at 3:39 a.m. this morning. All are healthy and happy. Galen, whenever you hear a good story like that, you gotta say kudos to your friends.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You remember that morning of the first baby you ever had born. You remember what that feeling was like.
Yeah. Florida State lost to Oklahoma in the national championship game. It's the first moment I ever spent with my son. It was a long time before they won another one after that. It was I blamed him for that for many years. So,
I can see you probably doing that.
Personally, I would we went through some dark times before Jimbo Fisher got there, and I blamed him for that. And did I apologize? No, because, again, it's factual. They went into that Oklahoma game and should have won it. And instead, that's when Jameis Winston decided, I'm going to throw more interceptions and touchdowns. And the rest is history.
Jameis Winston was your firstborn child? No, that can't be right.
No, but that's when he lost. No, that's not right. Who was playing that game? That was a joke. Jameis Winston won us a national title to break the curse. Forgot who the quarterback was.
It could have been Jameis. Yeah. Hey, so let's get into how Florida, their offense, defense, everything. It was a terrible football game. They had to roar back from being down way too much because they couldn't keep from throwing the ball to the other team. They turned the ball over too many times. It was a team loss. It wasn't a defensive loss, special team loss. Offense is a team loss, as all losses are, contrary to what Dan Mullen said in his press conference. But this was against a team that had announced over the weekend, even with the win at home against Florida, that they've reached an agreement with their head coach, Eddie Orgeron, to end their relationship at the end of this football season. And here's my problem. In 2019, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not, because I know this, LSU won a national championship. 2020, was COVID. 2021 is still the remnants of COVID. This man, in the last real football season that we had, he took his team to the national championship title and won it, and now he's out of a job at the end of the year. What the hell is wrong with people in college football?
Well, they've never liked him, which I don't really understand.
But he's from Louisiana. He's one of them.
Well, but here's what he does really well. And it is Chris Winky. I just got a text. I'm sorry.
Right, it's Winky.
I'm tired. Hey, so here's all the guy does. He recruits. He keeps people in LSU. He keeps kids in LSU, right? And just wins football games. And the fans love him. The fans love
love him.
They call him like 12 different things.
No booster has called for his job. No booster's called for Ed Orgeron's job.
But you know what? Here's the bottom line. He sounds like he's from Louisiana, right? He sounds like he just fell off. He could have been the coach.
He just walked out of the bayou. He just walked out of the bayou after coaching Bobby Boucher in high school.
And he's exactly what LSU needs.
100%.
He's a good football coach, but the administration at LSU doesn't like the image that he portrays. That's the bottom line.
But the image is Louisiana.
But they don't want him to sound like he's from the swamps. That's the bottom line.
Hello, the whole state is a damn swamp.
I actually, from everything I've read, and everybody who talks to him thinks he's just a great guy, classy guy, knows football. He's the kind of guy who should be there until he decides he's no longer there. And it's sad because you look at a guy like Bobby Bowden, right? Bobby Bowden was never he became that way as he got older, but when he was hired, he was a good old boy. He got a little more refined as he got older and more money. But he was just a good old boy. You wonder if a guy like Bobby Bowden could survive in this corporate world of college.
There's no way. There's no way he could. Florida State, that would go on the road and win it all conference. No, just as in basketball, Mike Krzyzewski, his first 4 seasons at Duke, he had a losing record. He'd have been out of there at Duke. Out.
It's sad. Well, Duke was terrible before he got there. Let's be fair. Duke was tough.
Yeah, but in this day and age, he'd be out regardless.
Maybe. I just don't like. I don't like that it's become they have to say the right thing, and I like it. I like it.
Okay, first off, who would know if he said the wrong thing?
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
I mean, come on. Look, the only person that is less legible or less being able to understand what they're saying when they're talking on the radio than me is Ed Orgeron.
You know what's sad is the players.
Love him.
To him. And like they had to fight for him to get the job in the first place. So I don't know. I'm whenever I see things like that, I just wonder why.
He looks like
even like in the
he looks like he
walked. The top 5 coaches paid in the SEC.
What somebody say? You always say, like somebody saw me one time in a black mock turtleneck, black silk mock turtleneck shirt, a black coat, black pants. I had a pinky ring on. I had a necklace on that, was outside of the thing. This is probably 15 years ago. And somebody goes, "You look like you just walked out of Central Casting, that your name should be Moose or Rocco, and you should be helping the judge find his wallet." And I took that to mean that, I understood what he meant by that. Ed Orgeron looks like he walked out of Central Casting for a state of Louisiana commercial on why you should come to Louisiana and meet the great people of Louisiana.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, and again, I'd love to have him as my coach if I was in Louisiana. I don't get it. I truly, I saw that, and I'm like, what am I missing? By the way, when you graduate, you graduated like 15 guys? You're allowed to have down season. Only team he's really lost to is Alabama, right?
On the regular, yeah, that's the team he's lost to regularly is Alabama. I mean, he's having a bad season this year. There's no doubt about it. But everybody has a down season unless you're Nick Saban, and I don't know why he doesn't have a down season. He just doesn't. But everybody else has down seasons. And Ed Orgeron just beat the University of Florida at LSU, where nobody gave LSU a chance to win this football game. Florida was a double-digit favorite coming in this game. He beats Florida, and then the university announces he's done at the end of the season.
Well, I bet the money line. I took LSU, and you'll be happy to know I also picked them to win outright, so double digit for me.
Well, there you
I
go.
knew going in that LSU, that first of all, Florida's the most overrated team, arguably in the country, and I think Coach O's a better coach than Dan Mullen.
Remember, at one time this year, and I say this as a Gator fan with laughter, Florida was in the top 10. How the hell is that, Pat? No.
It's because they're
Because the name on the helmet says
SOF
Florida.
is still on the side.
Because the name of the helmet says Florida.
They're not the Dallas Cowboys of college football. That would be Notre Dame. But everybody thinks that, hey, they got something going on down there. Every year you'll hear some talking head that they'll be surprised if Florida's in the national championship game. They don't even have a quarterback. How about going to get one, pick one of them. Pick one of them, because right now you can't tell the difference who's out there. If they wore both the same number, you'd be like, oh, okay, now they got one guy.
No, you can't tell the difference because all you know is they throw the ball really well to the other team. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More with Galen, from Life South. After this time out, you're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA. The Source.